Let's go. What's up? What's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's going on? It's a great morning. Let's go. Man, we got a good one today. I'm telling y'all. We got so many gems up in this thing, man. I hope y'all ready. I hope y'all brought some notes, pen, pencil. This one finna be good. So wait a minute or two for everybody to get in here, and then we'll get started. This is gonna be a good one, y'all. They're all good, but this one's gonna be. This one's up there, y'all. Not gonna lie. This is good. Subtitles on YouTube. I have no idea. I don't know how to do that, if I'm being honest with you. I don't know. I mean, I know, like, my videos, you could turn on captions, but I don't know how it works with live streams. Something I have to look into. We'll start at 10:05. What's up? What's up? I don't know. I can't fool with that right now. I gotta do it after the stream. Not sure how that works. All right. Let me get some water real quick, and then we're gonna get started. All right, let's go. Let's do this thing. So first off, 1 second. Removing the candles ahead and play it out as it was live. No, we're not gonna do that because there's certain teaching points. We're not gonna do market replay, but I promise you, you're gonna get what you're looking for in this one. I can't switch to the economic calendar. I'm still getting used to YouTube, but it's not popping up. Well, going over, make sure I'm recording first. Starting off with the economic calendar, just to get that out the week, what next week is looking like. So Monday is a bank holiday. Okay, we have Labor Day. So obviously no live stream, no trading on Monday. Tuesday, I don't trade the day after a bank holiday. Those markets tend to be pretty difficult, normally just choppy, mixed. Okay, I treat that kind of like a no news Monday kind of day. So Tuesday won't be live trading, but that will be a free tape reading stream for everybody to join in. Wednesday, I'll be live trading. Thursday, live trading. Actually, no. Thursday is this is NFP week, by the way, so will not be trading Thursday. We'll do a tape reading stream only for the full access members. And then Friday, we're live trading. So that's pretty much it. No trading Monday, no trading Tuesday. Only trading Wednesday and Friday. Thursday would just be a tape reading stream. So that's what it's looking like for this upcoming trading week. Now, today we're going over how to trade the Asia session. Okay, this stuff happens. ICT just gave out this kind of model, this way of looking at the Asian session in lecture 5 of his 2024 playlist. And after doing some back testing and some studying and actually trading it, this is some killer stuff. So we're going to go over how to trade the Asian session. We're going to go over some more Power of 3 stuff that happened this week. We're going to go over some midnight open stuff. And I'll take questions at the end. I'll leave around like 15 minutes to take questions at the end and answer whatever you guys are struggling with. Just real quick before we get started, could y'all give me an audio check? An audio check, quality check. How's the video sound? Before I get to yapping, because we got a lot to talk about. We're good? All good? All right, let's roll then. Let's roll. So, man, I'm telling y'all, whoever's not a full access member, they're going to miss out today. How to trade the Asian session. Let me grab my state. How to trade the Asian session. Use the new day opening gaps for Asia. All right, so the new day opening gap, the closing price between 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. Okay, see this gap right here? I'm going to take this line off. This is your new day opening gap. We closed here at 5. We reopened here at 6. That's your new day opening gap. Okay, that forms every day except for Friday, because when we close on Friday, open on Sunday, that's a new week opening gap. But this is, like right here, this is your new week opening gap actually, because we close here on Friday, we open here on Sunday. So this is your new week opening gap. All right, when you're trading Asia, get to your charts at about 6:30, okay, and plant this new week or new day opening gap on your chart. That is important. This acts as a magnet, okay, for price action. It's like a magnet. Put that back on. So I'm annotating 6 p.m. That's when your new day opening gap will form, or new week opening gap. And you want to trade Asia after 7 p.m. 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. is your window for Asia, okay? And I'll save this so you guys can take notes and go back later. But 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. is your time window for Asia, New York time. Now, you want to mark out liquidity, your initial sell side, and your buy side liquidity that forms between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. Okay, that 1 hour, mark out your initial sell side and your initial buy side. That's your buy side liquidity that forms from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. All right, look for your setup then. So we have examples here. These are all setups that formed this week for the Asian session, and we're just going to walk it through. So we open at 6. All right, cool. We have our new week opening gap. Get to our charts at about 6:30. Okay, start trading at 7. Where is the sell side? Where's the buy side? Well, right here, sell side, 643. That meets the rules. We have buy side above this high, and obviously buy side above this high, but this is a long wick. Okay, this is like a triple top, too smooth. So I'm marking out this buy side. Now we have our sell side, we have our buy side that forms when? Between 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock. Now we wait for a setup. Initial sell side taken out. Beautiful, perfect, exactly what we want to see. Why? Because remember, our new week opening gap, what is that? That's a magnet for price action. I'm expecting price to draw up into this region here. Take out initial sell side, where's the focus? Buy side up here, formed when? After 6 p.m. I'm not focused on anything back here. We're not looking at any sell side down here. I don't care about that. Sell side, buy side, fair value gap. Okay, this is based on a 2-minute chart. Okay, you have a 2-minute fair value gap here. Rally, entry. We have a fair value gap here, but this is also an inefficiency. That candle closed, this candle opens higher. So that's a little inefficiency there. That's a PD array. Buy it there. Inversion fair value gap. Buy it there, and we rally. Buy side tagged when? After it forms at 6 p.m. there. Okay, we have a lot of examples of this, and you're going to see it's pretty repetitive, but one thing I want to point out, the macro. Okay, we'll talk about that some more later. Hold your questions. We just started. I'm going to answer your questions. I promise. Just hold on. All right. Asia, same thing. 6 o'clock forms what? The new day opening gap. We close here at 5 p.m. Open here at 6. That's your new day opening gap. Draw that on your chart. Why? It's a magnet for price action. Now, between 6 o'clock here, 7 o'clock here, what do you need to do? Where's your buy side? Where's your sell side? We're not looking at anything prior to 6 p.m. I don't care about the buy side here. I don't care about any sell side over here. Why? It's before 6 p.m. I don't care about it. We're talking about trading Asia. Buy side formed after 6 p.m. Awesome. Put that on your chart. We have sell side formed after 6 p.m. Perfect. Put that on your chart. Now we have our new day opening gap, and we have our buy side and sell side that formed between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. We're ready to rock now. We get to 7 p.m. That's when we start trading Asia. Okay, 7 to 9. Volume imbalance. Buy it there. Let's say you're not comfortable buying that. Okay, no problem. That's fine. Just wait. Does that support price and take us higher? Look at the bodies, respecting it. Boom. Breakaway gap. Once you see this, your mind should immediately flip. All right, we consolidated here. We get a breakaway gap. I want to see this stay open, and I'm looking for the next opportunity to go long, expecting this to not be traded to. Perfect. Fair value gap down here. Could buy it there. What are we targeting? Initial buy side liquidity. Right there. That right there is a bread and butter setup during Asia. We tag the buy side, retrace into the volume imbalance, and then we clear out. This is all the balanced price range. It's going to take a lot to get through that. But your focus should be the buy side formed after 6 p.m. Bread and butter setup. We got some more. It's the same thing every single day. This day, it's a little messy, a little choppy. No big deal. The rules are still the same. Now, when you have when you have an instance like this, our new day opening gap is literally like 2 ticks. I'm gonna take this off. Notice how we close here at 5 p.m., open here at 6. So that's your new day opening gap, but it's really like 2 ticks. So I just draw it out with a line because there's barely a separation there. All right. Same rules apply. Nothing changes because it's algorithmic. 6 p.m. Draw out your new day opening gap. Check. Done. Where's your buy side? Where's your sell side that forms between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m.? Well, you have your sell side here, buy side here, and if we get really animated, buy side up here. 7 p.m. starts our window when we can start trading. We drop down. What do? We take out the sell side. Where's our focus? This is perfect. When you see this, you should be getting excited. Your eyes should be getting big. This right here is exactly what you want to see, because what do we know? That new day opening gap is a what? It's a magnet for price action. So if we're expecting price to trade back up to the new day opening gap because it's a magnet, and we see us drop down, taking out the sell side that forms when? After 6 p.m. We don't care about anything over here. We drop down, taking out the sell side that forms after 6 o'clock. What do we leave up here? Those are relative equal highs. Buy side. Perfect. That's what we love to see. Fair value gap, breakaway gap, we never trade into it. Perfect. That signs a bullish order flow. Fair value gap here. Okay, this is also anchored to a 2-minute chart just because it's a little sloppy. You could do that on your own. Go to your 2-minute chart and you'll see the fair value gap. Boom, rally, trade to the order block. We retrace one more time, no big deal. When did this small little setup form? During the macro. Same thing here, your entry, you get that before your time window ends at 9 p.m. Fair value gap. Okay. Buy side here, is that a target? Absolutely, but you still have to have common sense. Isn't this buy side up here? Okay, and remember, this is Asia. Don't expect 100 handle runs in Asia. Fair value gap, buy side, we were traced down. Fair value gap. Okay, this is outside your time window, but it's still during macro rally, buy side, and just fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. There's your new day opening gap right there. So if you like leaving runners, if you just want to leave one on, because we understand that the new day opening gap is a magnet for price action. There's your runner, but we're not done yet. Initial buy side, when did this buy side form? After 6 p.m. You have to have that on your chart. So let's go forward, go forward, go forward. There you go. There's your buy side. All right. I think we have 1 or 2 more examples. It's the same thing. But nonetheless, this day here, more or less just sideways price action, but you can still see the logic after taking out initial sell side. All right here. It looks a little messy, but I'm going to explain it. So we have our new day opening gap. This is a large new day opening gap. So whenever we have a large gap like this, I run quadrants on it. So I get the midpoint, I get the lower quadrant, and I get the upper quadrant. Same rules apply. 6 p.m., that starts our new day opening gap. That gives us our new day opening gap once we get that opening price at 6. Perfect. Perfect. So let's put this back on here. If I can manage. There we go. So these are all quadrants. This is your high of the new day opening gap. This is your upper quadrant. This is consequent encroachment. This is your lower quadrant. And this is the low. Okay. So this is your new day opening gap split into 4 equal quadrants. Where's your buy side? Where's your sell side? That forms when? After 6 p.m. Again, we don't care about anything before 6 p.m. We're only focused on finding a setup during Asia. And you only need 6 p.m. and anything after that. So sell side here forms when? After 6 p.m. before 7 p.m. Perfect. That meets the criteria. That's your initial sell side liquidity. And we have buy side here. Now, why am I annotating this buy side and not just this one? Because all this back and forth, that's a balanced price range. Okay, that's high resistance. If we're going to trade and reach to this buy side, it's going to take a lot of energy. It's going to take a lot of force to get up there because we have all this back and forth. All right, it's not just like a low right here, how it's just one single low. It'll be easy to trade down into that. But because we have this up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, buy side, you want to take a partial there because it's going to be high resistance trying to get all the way back up to this high. All right, so we dropped down and actually traded this. I sent this in the Discord. I took this setup this long here, but we'll talk about that. So sell side, buy side, we get to 7 o'clock, time to find a setup. Perfect. Get this low, we trade up into a fair value gap, we trade down. Once I see this right here, what do? We fail to take out this low. We fail to take out this low. We fail to reach initial sell side. Not a problem. Once we rally, take out a short-term high, fair value gap, that's an entry. Down close candle before the displacement, that's a bullish order block. That could be an entry. And then I go along here, targeting buy side, and I also target the first quadrant, lower quadrant of the new day opening gap, which is this line here. Hits it perfectly to the tick. All right, let's go back here. If we're expecting the new day opening gap, remember, what is the new day opening gap? It's a magnet for price action. So do we want to see us take out sell side and just continue to work lower, continue to work lower, continue to work lower? Absolutely not. Our magnet, okay, is up here. So the fact that, for one, price did not take out the initial sell side, okay, I'm making a mental note of that. But this low here, we trade down, we fail to take out this low, and then we start to move away. Once I see that, I'm saying, okay, the price wants to go higher. reach for buy side, and we want to reprice in to this new day opening gap. Fair value gap entry, order block entry, fair value gap entry. I took this long. You can see that in the My Trades channel in the Discord. Tagging the buy side, I took a partial there, and then I leave a remaining contract on for the new day opening gap quadrant up here. And then if we zoom over, remember this buy side? Okay, we're not focused on any liquidity equal highs. We're not focused on that because it's before 6 p.m. This is your buy side liquidity that forms after 6. So that's your focus. Draw that on your chart, extend it all the way through. Bang, right there. Now you're watching, do we have the willingness to get to the upper quadrant, which is this level here of the new day opening gap? Boom, upper quadrant tagged, and we completely repriced to the high of that new day opening gap there. And I believe there is no Asia session for Friday. Oh, yes, there is. Oh, this is Thursday. All right, right here, this is beautiful. Beautiful, y'all. I'll see your questions. We're almost done with this, and then I'll take a little break. Same rules apply. It's algorithmic. Nothing's changed. 6 p.m. Get your opening price. That's your new day opening gap. Now, right here, your new day opening gap is literally like 2 ticks. Okay, so this candle's where we close at 5 and we reopen at 6 right here. So it's a small little gap there. It's like 2 or 3 ticks. Nothing crazy, but it's algorithmic. You need to have that on your chart. Now, same rules. Where's your buy side and where's your sell side that forms after 6 p.m.? Okay, between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m., where's your buy side and sell side? I'm not looking at this high up here. I'm not looking at this high. That's the buy side I'm interested in. We also have a buy side up here, and we have sell side down here. Now, we trade down, fair value gap. Let's say you don't trust this because you're expecting price to trade up into the new day opening gap and possibly the buy side above here and here. So you may not take this short. That's not a problem. Just wait. Fair value gap sends us lower into what? Initial sell side liquidity that formed after 6 p.m. Now, once that tags, okay, once we tag that liquidity pool, we're waiting to see, do we want to get back up into this? Why? It's a magnet for price action. New day opening gaps are magnets. We take out initial sell side. Perfect. Do we still have time left in the Asia session to find a setup? Absolutely. We tag that sell side at 8 o'clock. We're trading until 9. Fair value gap. You may not trust that. You may not trust this entry. Use it as insight. Do we close past consequent encroachment of this fair value gap? Do we trade past it? No. What do? We left the lower half of this fair value gap open. You may not feel comfortable pressing the buy button. Use it for insight instead to get a read on order flow. In my mind, I'm saying, okay, because we failed to reach past consequent encroachment and we've taken out initial sell side, we're likely to see a setup above these equal highs and repricing up to the new day opening gap. This right here is a PD array. This is an entry. This candle closes there and we open lower. So there's a small little inefficiency, small little gap. That's a PD array. ICT introduced that in his 2024 playlist. I'm pretty sure I have my notes posted on that as well. You could buy it there, rally. Let's say you want to get in the move. You didn't buy it here. You didn't buy it here. How can you trade this? It looks like a bunch of, scribble, right? You can absolutely trade this if there's logic. Well, if we know that this fair value gap, the lower half stayed open, I don't want to see it trade back down here. Okay, let's say you missed this entry. We trade it into this PD array. We rally away these 2 down close candles. That's a bullish order block. Let's say you're still not in the trade. You can enter here. Once this candle opens, the small little doji, we open higher than this candle. So we open. As soon as we open, that forms a gap because we open higher. If it trades down, you could buy it right there. Boom. Buy it, stop loss where? Below these 2 down close candles, which is a bullish order block. So opens, trades down, you could buy it. Same thing here. This candle closes, this candle opens where? Higher than this candle. So as soon as this candle opens, trades down, boom, buy it. That's a gap. That's an inefficiency. You can buy that. Equal highs, buy side, form when after 6 p.m. More specifically, where do we go? Look at the bodies. Remember that new day opening gap? That was only like 2 ticks. Algorithmic. That candle's close, or that candle's open rather. That candle's close. See the work around these levels? That's a partial. And you're holding to see, do we have the willingness to tag the buy side, the highest high formed after 6 p.m., which is this level here? Of course we do. Bang, right there. All right. And before I answer your questions, just real quick, go back over the macros, and then we'll take a break and answer any questions you guys have. Okay, back to Sunday's Asia session. When does the setup form? Every single hour there's a macro. So 750 to 810, you get a fair value gap, displacement, come back down during the macro, repricing to the high of the new day opening gap, buy side liquidity, macro. Same thing here. All right, we get this gap, buying opportunity. Look at the bodies. Remember, what are we expecting? The new day opening gap is a magnet for price action. We're looking for the buy side up here that forms when after 6 p.m. Macro occurs every single hour, 650 to 710. When do you get this set up? 706, 708, 710, we start to rally. This entry, this actual gap, okay, it's not a fair value gap, it's not a volume imbalance, it's an actual gap because we don't have any price action, no wicks or bodies. That's an actual gap forms at 703 during that macro. And then you get your setup targeting new day opening gap and buy side that forms after 6 p.m. Here, same thing. This day more or less choppy. Macro, fair value gap. Okay, this was on a 2-minute chart. When is your setup form? During the macro. Displacement, okay, again, cleaner on a 2-minute. Fair value gap, get a move higher, retrace, and this is all sloppy, but the logic is still the same. This setup here, fair value gap targeting buy side, equal highs. When does that setup form? 850 to 910. Fair value gap consolidates on the fair value gap, but that's pretty much the summary of this Asian session. Buy side tag, bread and butter setup during the macro. Same thing here, outside of your time window, but again, macros form every hour. Fair value gap, trade into it there, trade into it there, and then we rally higher during that 20-minute window. What do we tag? Buy side, we have a new day opening gap, initial buy side, boom, and boom. Whoops. Same thing here. You get your order block set up, fair value gap set up during when? 750 to 810. Look at the bodies respecting the bullish order block. We get displacement. We get a fair value gap win at about 804, 805. Remember, our focus is buy side and the new day opening gap, buy side. I'm annotating this because this is the last minute of the macro, 810, which is that candle right here. Look at the bodies respecting the fair value gap, and it's off to the races. So macros don't mean anything unless you have an underlying bias. Okay, you could say macro, okay, we're going down during the macro. You still have to have narrative. Okay, we're looking for buy side. We're looking for a repricing to the new day opening gap. Once you already have that narrative behind you, then you can implement the macros to frame setups, which is why I went long here. And I think we have 2 more. Okay, this setup here, I don't have it drawn out. Macro, fair value gap, boom. Okay, if you didn't trust that, no problem, just wait. We talked about these entries here, targeting buy side, repricing up to the new day opening gap. And this is all just from this past week. All these setups happened this week. And that's it. Yeah, I know about the calendar button. That's what I use to actually do the thingamajiggy. You can see I already have it set to 7 o'clock because I made this today. So 7 o'clock. Takes me to 7 o'clock. takes me to 7 o'clock. I just forgot about the button. All right, man. Hopefully that made sense. Again, this was the Asian session for every day this past week, and there were setups that formed every single day the past week using the same logic as far as targeting buy side and sell side after 6 p.m. and then looking for repricing back to that new day opening gap. It's that simple. I don't know about other sessions. ICT just introduced the whole concept of initial buy side, sell side. I'm only talking what I know, what I'm confident in, which is why I'm focused on Asia right now. Like I'm not even caught up on the lectures, but this right here, this is a model in itself. So I'll definitely be trading this on my personal account next week. Does anybody have any questions about what we just covered? I see all your other questions. We're going to save that for the end. I'm going to save 10, 15 minutes, and I'll cover all your other questions. But anybody have questions about this Asia session, what we just talked about, before we move on? We have Power of 3 next. No live stream during Asia. That's just for me. I only live stream 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, or the PM session, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. But Asia session, that's just for me. Macros will form every hour, 10 minutes before, 10 minutes after the top of the hour, 8:50 to 10:10, 9:50 to 10:10, no, 8:50 to 9:10, 9:50 to 10:10, 11:50 to 12:10, like every hour. Yes, the webinar is recorded. I'll share it in the Discord after we're done here. About a minute. I'm only taking questions on what we just covered. Everything else, I'll wait to the end, so that way we can get through this. Yes, Power 3 can apply for Asia, absolutely. Power 3 applies to every hour, every hourly candle. Yes, Forex, macro is a time element. Forex, futures, commodities, it doesn't matter. It's all the same. I wouldn't use Power 3 for Asia, though, because you don't need it. You don't need Power 3 for Asia. Just target initial buy side, initial sell side, and the new day opening gap. You don't need Power 3 for that. But we're going to talk about Power 3 next. All right, we'll start in like 30 seconds. We still have 30 minutes. All right, let's go. So we just covered, fix this. We just covered Asia session. In my opinion, Asia is looking more easier to trade than the final hour, which is, in my opinion, the final hour is one of the easiest time windows to trade. But after looking at Asia for the past couple weeks, it's so algorithmic. It's so easy. There's time elements. The rules are the same every single day. 6 p.m., where's your buy side? Where's your sell side? You start trading at 7. Draw out your new day opening gap, and you're looking for repricing back to those levels. And it's clockwork every single time. Use macros to frame setups. I mean, it's an ATM machine. So here we go. Power of 3. When it comes to Power of 3, all Power of 3 is just do it's just trading the hourly candle. Because remember, I trade hourly sessions. So I trade the AM silver bullet 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock. Okay, lunch hours are different. It's 90 minutes, 12 to 1:30. The PM silver bullet hour, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., that 1 hour. And then I just introduced me trading pre-market 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. So I'm only trading that 1 hourly candle. So if you go to your hourly chart, all Power of 3 is simply, I want to see this formation. Okay, we're not going to spend too much time on this because we cover Power of 3 in almost every webinar, but it's key to why I take certain setups. So all I look for on the 1 minute chart is this is where we open. All right. We open here. Let's say I'm bullish. I want a higher, I'm bullish on a higher time frame. I'm looking for higher prices. I want to see something targeted, whether it's buy side, premium, fair value gap. I want to see higher prices. What I want to see on a 1 minute chart, okay, because I'm trading the hourly candles, the same thing. I want to see us open and trade down. Everybody's going to chase this move going down. On a 1 minute time frame, there's going to be fair value gaps going down. It's going to look bearish. It's going to look heavy. I want to see that, okay, because I'm expecting this formation here. So I want to see us open, trade down. I want to buy somewhere beneath that opening price or just as close as I can get to it. Okay, I want to buy just beneath, right at, or just above the opening price of whatever session I'm trading. So this can be the 10 a.m. opening price. It can be the 8 a.m. opening price. It can be the 12 p.m. opening price if I'm trading lunch. It can be the 2 p.m. opening price if I'm trading the p.m. silver bullet hour. I want to buy just below, at, or just above the opening price. And then ride the real move going higher, going higher. This is the expansion, distribution. Okay, we form the high of the session between 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 2 p.m., 3 p.m., whatever hour you're trading. Form the high here, and I want to see us close near the high. So this formation here is the power of 3 that I'm expecting every single session that I'm trading. Man, this stuff is freaking, man, I tell you. So this right here, I'm expecting this formation on the 1 minute chart when I'm looking for setups. We open, trade down, Judas swing, manipulation. Everybody's looking to go short. I want to buy near the opening price, ride the real move higher. We form the high of the session, tag our targets, our buy side, premium, fair value gap, midnight open, whatever our target is up here. And then we retrace a little bit, closing near the high. Now that you have the logic behind power of 3, let's look at some setups. All right, so this is Monday's trading. I don't trade Mondays, but the logic is still the same. Power 3, if I'm trading that AM silver bullet hour, you take that 10 o'clock opening price because we're trading that 10 a.m. opening candle. So what do I want to see? 10 a.m., we get a new hourly candle, trade down, trade up. Okay, that small little rally above that opening price at 10, that's all you need. Break down, breakaway gap, you want to see that stay open. Does it stay open? Absolutely. Up close candle before this rotation lower, bearish order block. And I'm pretty sure we have sell side down here. Okay, we're not just going down to a random level. Sell side, some kind of discount fair value gap, a new day opening gap, new week opening gap. We're trading down into something here. Order block takes it lower. The low of the session between 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock formed right here. And we close at 11 o'clock on this candle here. So this is your power of 3 between 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock. But I don't trade Monday, so take that with a grain of salt. Okay, this is still Monday. This is the PM silver bullet hour, and ICT took this trade as well. I don't care for trading Monday, so I wasn't interested in it. But if you're trading 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., which is the silver bullet hour, what are you essentially doing? You're trading that 2 o'clock hourly candle. So our hourly candle opens up here. We trade down. What do? We take out sell side. Bullish order block. Okay, so everybody and their mama going to be chasing this thing going lower. But look what we did during lunch. Have we ran on any buy side during the lunch hour? We have this high up here. We have a lower high, lower high, lower high, equal highs here, this high here. So we have a whole bunch of buy stops being trailed above these highs. We get to 2 o'clock. We trade down. We already taken out lows here. I love to see this. Love to see it because what am I expecting? Power of 3, this formation here. So we open at 2 o'clock, trade down. People are going to be shorting this fair value gap. They're looking for lower prices. That's exactly what I want to see. This is the fake move. This is the Judas swing on the hourly candle. This is that small little wick going down on the hourly candle. I want to buy just as close as I can get to the opening price at 2. Fair value gap. We trade into it. This candle here opens, trades down just a tick below that opening price at 2 o'clock. And that's the low. That's the low formed before we take off. Bullish order block. Okay, there's nothing wrong with buying it there. It's in somewhat close proximity to the opening price at 2 o'clock. And once we start to leave this region here, I wouldn't be interested in pyramiding or adding because we're already in the expansion phase of this move here. Rejection block. And that right there, power of 3 between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. that hourly candle. That's just Monday. Okay, got some more examples. Same thing here. Okay, this is Tuesday's trading, and we took this setup. I got stopped out, but the logic was this. We have a breaker here, low, high, lower low, last up close candle in between your two lows. That's your bullish breaker. Draw it through. Fair value gap is the bodies. Okay, are the bodies of these candles closing past mean threshold of the breaker? No, we're not even wicking down to mean threshold. Okay, so I'm paying attention to that. We open at 10 o'clock. We open at 10 o'clock here. Remember, I'm expecting a expansion higher. Okay, we're bullish on this day. Okay, I was looking for buys. Open here, trade down below that 10 a.m. open. Perfect. Perfect. What are we trading into? Fair value gap here and the breaker. Trading down here, trading down here, here, here. Then we rally away. I buy this fair value gap. I ended up getting stopped out. I wanted to see majority of this stay open. We ended up wicking down into the down close candle. Excuse me. And we also had a new day opening gap down here. So I'm buying this with the logic is I'm buying near the opening price at 10, which is exactly what I want because I'm expecting the real move after that Judah swing drop down. I'm expecting the real expansion for the buy side up here, which is what we outlined earlier in the stream. Buying here, got stopped out, no big deal, small loss. Boom, buy side tagged. The high between 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock is formed on this candle here. This candle is 11 p.m. We close at 11 p.m. here. And then the low formed between 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock is this low here. Okay, this low formed at 9:58, so that's not part of the hourly candle. That's the low. That's your power 3. All right. This is Tuesday's trading. Lunch, a little choppy, don't care about that. PM session, silver bullet hour. Okay, this is still a chop, but the logic's still the same. We open at 2 o'clock, trade up. Same thing we talked about earlier. Who's making money right now? Look how many times we ran out buy side. This high taken out, this high taken out, this high taken out, this high taken out, buy side taken out. We've already done so much damage on the buy side, and look who's making money. Everybody going long. We didn't take out this low here. We didn't take out this low. We didn't take out this low. We didn't take out this low. This low is still intact. This low is still intact. This low is still intact. Relative equal lows. So are we interested in buying? No. We still have all the liquidity down here, and we've already done the damage of running out the buy side. Perfect. We get to the 2 p.m. silver bullet hour. What do I want to see in price? Power 3. Well, if we open at 2 o'clock, trade up, what do we do when we trade up? We take out this short-term high. Perfect, because we've already ran out a bunch of buy side. Break lower. This is all chop. There's no fair value gap, nothing in here, but the logic is the same. This candle trades up above the 2 p.m. open one more time. That forms the high before we displace. Small little fair value gap, up close candle, break lower. This is all chopped. Don't look into it too much. And then we close at 3 p.m. right here. So the low formed between 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock is down here. The high is up here. Power 3. Okay. Let's keep going. Keep going. It's the same thing, I promise y'all. Same thing here. Okay, we're going to try to speed through this a little bit now that you guys get the idea. We open at 10 o'clock. Okay, if you're bearish, looking for lower prices, what do you want to see? A rally up above that opening price at 10. That's that wick on the hourly candle. Okay, everybody's chasing this going higher. People are buying this fair value gap. Fair value gap, look at the bodies. Are we closing past midpoint? No. What is that telling us? Bearish order flow. There you go. Where's the setup form? Above that opening price at 10. Great entry. Great entry. The low formed at 11 o'clock here, closing here, power of 3. Same thing here, PM silver bullet hour, 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Open, trade down. Okay, beautiful. We've already taken out sell side. Look how much we moved. Do you really want to chase this thing going lower after we moved this much? Like, do you really want to short and expect another large move going down as we're heading into the final hour of trading, 4 p.m.? Look how much we moved already. We've already taken out sell side, relative equal lows. We're already in a deep discount. There's no reason you want to short this. We get to 2 p.m., trade down. Beautiful. That's forming the wick on the hourly candle. Exactly what I want to see. We rally away, fair value gap, time distortion. But notice the bodies. Are we closing past consequent encroachment of this fair value gap. It's sloppy in here. Okay, this is messy. This is brutal. This is just straight garbage. But the bodies are telling you the story. We're not closing past midpoint of the fair value gap. Okay, that's bullish order flow. Down close candle, bullish order block, and then we rally. Let's say you got stopped out in this trade, or you just closed it because you were fearful. Okay, you didn't trust it. You didn't like sitting in this consolidation. No problem. Breakaway gaps, you want to see this stay open because we're leaving a consolidation. You don't want to see these traded too. Next possible entry that I would like taking is the balanced price range here. Single pass down on this fair value gap, followed by a single pass up. So that portion of price action is balanced. This candle opens, trades down, boom, buy it right there. Stop below the balanced price range. No drawdown entry. Targeting what? Buy side liquidity. When was this buy side tagged? Right at 3 p.m. And this should actually be down here. Okay, so this is your power of 3 again in the silver bullet hour. We open at 2 o'clock, trade down, ride the real move going higher. Where's the setup form? Just above the 2 p.m. opening price. That's a great entry. You want to buy as close as you can get to that. Ride the real move going higher. Okay, there's really no other opportunity to get in here other than the balanced price range. Take it towards the buy side, tag at 3 p.m. on the dot. Power of 3 again. Okay, Thursday, we're going to do this pretty quickly. Another balanced price range real quick. I took this trade in Thursday's live stream in the PM session. We have a fair value gap here. Fair value gap. Single pass up. Okay. Fair value gap. Single pass down. That portion is balanced. That's balanced price range. We delivered on the buy side, delivered on the sell side in one single pass. That's balanced. This candle opens, trades up, I go short, bang. Stop loss above the balanced price range, targeting what? Sell side liquidity underneath that low. Okay, I took this in live stream. Let's say you don't trust that entry or you didn't see the balanced price range. Okay, no problem. Fair value gap here, go short, stop loss above the up close candle, bearish order block, sell side right there. And as far as power 3, this moment here, you didn't even get a move higher. Price was just such in a hurry. You see, this is a beautiful sell-off. Price was in so much of a hurry to go lower. We opened, and we just immediately trade down. Like, that was it. There was no taking out buy side. There was no trading higher. We just opened, trade down. Do we leave majority of this fair value gap open? Absolutely. What does that tell us? Bearish order flow. Trade down, fair value gap, trade down. We have this consolidation, boom. Breakaway gap. I want to see that stay open. Same thing here. Balanced price range entry, pyramid entry, sell side. And again, the back of my mind, I'm expecting this formation, power of 3. The low form between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. is here. We close at 3 p.m. here, near the low, perfect. That's your power of 3. Exact entry, the balanced price range, just enter on the low, the high, the balanced price range. It's the same thing. So as soon as this candle trades up, boom, go short right there. Same thing here. Balanced price range. This candle opens, trades down, boom, just buy the high of it. Stop loss underneath. Pretty simple. And I believe that's it. Okay, last example for Friday. This was choppy. I just want to show the real price move happening above the opening price at 10. I didn't care for any other price action on Friday. Choppy, bearish order block, consecutive up close candles. Open, you could short it there, targeting equal lows. But none of this was clean, in my opinion. 12 p.m. open. What do we do here? We open at 12 o'clock, trade down. Perfect. This is during the lunch hour. Equal lows here. Everybody's chasing this going lower. This is the Judas swing. Everybody's shorting this, chasing it going lower. Look at the buy side. Equal highs up here. Balanced price range. Same thing. Single pass down, followed by a single pass up. Candle opens, trades down, boom, buy it. Where's your stop? Beneath the balanced price range. Treating these as breakaway gaps. A lot of momentum. You don't want to see these traded to. Buy it there. Stop loss here. What are you targeting? Buy side here. and then equal highs up here. Again, power of 3. Where's his entry? Near the opening price at 12. It's not bad. It's not the cleanest, but it's not bad. And then last example on power of 3 before we move on. PM session, draw that balance price range all the way down. Okay, we open at 2 o'clock here, trade down. What do we do when we trade down? We take out sell side and we trade it back down into this balance price range. Beautiful. We rally away. We have a fair value gap that forms where? Just above that opening price at 2 p.m. Perfect. Where does this low form before we finally take off and get this beautiful rally higher? The low of this price move forms just beneath that opening price at 2 o'clock. Bullish order block, rally, fair value gap, great entry. Why? We're in close proximity to that opening price at 2. And the logic is there's no reason to take out this low because we have buy side and this price action here is balanced. There's no reason to take out this low. Buy it here, down close candle, bullish order block, and buy it here. Once we start leaving this range here, we're in the expansion phase. I wouldn't really be interested in pyramiding anymore, but these are all great entries. Okay, buy side up here. Again, closing near the high between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. right there. That's your power of 3. Bang. Same thing every single week. Every single week. Oh man, that took longer than I thought. All right, questions. Hopefully you're getting something out of this. This is good stuff. So before I move on, a lot of people ask, you know, why aren't you interested in going short? And we'll be doing something like this. Let's see if I can find it. So let's see if I can find one. So you'll see, like in the free tape reading streams, people who don't trade the webinars, they'll ask me, we'll be trading, like we'll open at 10 o'clock here and we'll be trading all the way up here. Are you looking to go long? Are you looking to go long? Absolutely not, because what do we know? If we're bearish, if I'm looking for lower prices and we're way above that opening price at 10, there's no way I'm looking for longs. Because you can see 90% of the time that move in the opposite direction of your bias from that opening price is usually a Judas swing. Same thing here. People are looking for lower prices. They're looking to trade down, trade down, trade down. If we're trading down here that far beneath the opening price, I'm not interested in it. So now, can we open at 2 p.m. here? I'm looking for buy side. Can we open at 2 p.m. and just continue to sell off? Yes. But as you've seen here, 9 times out of 10, that's just not the case. How do you know when to change your bias? That's just price action. A lot of people ask me about bias. Can you help me with bias? Bias is just understanding how to read price action. It's a skill set. So if you struggle with bias, chances are you struggle with reading price action. But if you can understand price action, if you understand how to read the 1 minute chart, if you can frame setups on the 1 minute chart, then you know bias, because it's the same thing. So if you understand that fair value gap should stay open, if you understand that you want to see buy side equal highs tagged, then you just apply that same logic to the daily chart. And if you switching bias, that's just experience. There's no rule when it comes to switching bias. You just have to understand that you're offside. Look at other markets. What's S&P doing? What's the dollar doing? Okay, if I was going short in NASDAQ, but dollar's starting to look bearish, and S&P and Dow are starting to look bullish, okay, maybe I need to switch my bias. But it's a skill set thing. Macro, I have a video on macros that answer that question. AF, how I use macros to frame high probability setups. Watch that video. I promise it will change your life. Matter of fact, I'll do you a favor and I'll put it in here while other people ask questions. Let's see. So if you want to learn more about macros, how I use macros, I made that video a while ago. It talks about macros, narrative, all that stuff. So AF, click that video. I promise you, it'll help you out. How do you know when the price doesn't show a Judas swing that the bias you still have is correct and won't reverse on you? Thursday, 2 p.m. Silver Bullet. Thursday, 2 p.m. Silver Bullet. It's just understanding price action. A lot of it's just experience, understanding, drawing liquidity. Because I was looking for longs. If you remember, for those in live stream, we had this quadruple top here. I was looking for longs, absolutely. I was looking for buys. But once we open at 2 p.m., trade down. Majority of this fair value gap staying open. We rotate lower. At this point here, I'm saying, okay, it's possible that my bias is wrong, and we don't want the buy side up here. Now I'm looking for a reason to go short. Breakaway gap. Do we leave that open? Absolutely. Balanced price range. That's my entry going short. So flipping my bias from looking for longs to taking a short here, targeting the sell side down here. All these Power 3 example has 0 SMT confirmations. How much do you pay attention? I look at SMT when I'm live trading. There probably was, but SMT, you don't need SMT for confirmation. Like, you don't need the dollar index for confirmation. You could just trade price. It's your preference. I look at SMT sometimes when I'm trading at key levels, but that's just not really my style. Do I look at it from time to time? Yes, but that's just, not my thing. Some people are like real crazy about SMT, like they need SMT to get into a trade. That's not me. If price goes up in Asia and London, does New York always reverse? No, not always, just based on price action. All right, it's almost 11 o'clock, and I do want to go over the midnight opening price, so we're going to do this real quick. I have to get a haircut at 11:30, so I could be out of here soon. Or 12:30, I mean. All right, so quick little midnight opening price, and then we're going to get off of here. Let's see. Bear with me. Okay. Draw this out real quick. This is going to be like 5 minutes. And this is definitely something I recommend going to your own charts and studying, because a lot of people ask me why I'm not interested in chasing this price going higher. I'm about to show you. I only care about the midnight opening price up until 11 a.m. After 11 a.m., I don't care about the midnight open. All right, that's important. Oh, shoot. Whoops. All right, so midnight opening price. Ideally, if we're way above that midnight opening price, I don't care for buying, okay, because we're that far above the midnight open. Same thing for shorts. If we're way beneath that midnight opening price, I don't want to look for shorts. Okay, that's me, because stuff like this happens. Okay, this is a Monday. Okay, your best opportunities to go long are beneath the midnight open. Best opportunities to go short is above the midnight open. So right here, this is midnight. We open up. Okay, shorting, clearing out the buy side above the midnight open, sell off. This was Monday. I don't trade Mondays. Okay, I wouldn't be interested in any that's going higher or going lower, sorry. Tuesday's trading. So I'm in the live streams, tape reading streams, and people, okay, are looking for shorts down here. If we're this far beneath the midnight open, okay, and I'm showing you the 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock hour, by the way, with this gray line. If we're this far beneath the midnight open, there's no way I'm looking for shorts, okay? That's one of my rules. That's one of the things I implement in my trading, because if you go into your own charts, annotate 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock and put on the midnight opening price, if we're this far below the midnight open, chances are we're going to retrace and get back above it. So everybody here is looking for shorts. They're shorting that fair value gap. They're looking for some sell side down here. My mind is, look how far beneath the midnight open we are. I'm looking for buy side, or at least a repricing back up to that opening price. Next day here, midnight open, about right there. Okay, clearing the buy side, selling off, not interested in chasing this. Okay, if we have a move like this And people ask me, are you shorting this? Are you interested in chasing this lower? I'm looking at the midnight open. I'm not chasing this going lower because we've already expanded too far beneath the midnight open. I'll just let it run without me. No big deal. Same thing here. Look how far above the midnight open we are. We opened all the way down here. Am I interested in chasing this higher? This was Thursday. Everybody got chopped up on this day. Am I interested in chasing this higher? No. We're already in such a deep premium, a deep, deep premium. There's no way I'm interested in buying this. Okay? And a lot of people blew their accounts that day. RIP. Same thing here. We open at midnight right here. Look how far above the midnight opening price. Am I interested in taking longs and riding a move higher? Absolutely not. A lot of people got chopped up on Friday. Okay, Friday was messy, this whole consolidation. I'd rather look for shorts and see us get back below that midnight open. So there you go. If we go to a 1 minute chart, how come I wasn't interested in taking any setups on Friday? One, the price action was mid. Okay, but two, we're above that midnight open, so I don't care for anything going long. I saw people trying to buy fair value gaps here. They got stopped out. We're too much of a premium to consider longs on this day here. And the same thing with Friday here. Midnight opening price all the way down here, or this is Thursday, sorry. Midnight opening price is down here. Look how far above that we are. Okay, I'm not interested in anything going long. Okay, high, low, higher, low, higher, high. Take out this low. I don't want to participate in stuff like that. Okay, this is just choppy. I'd rather ride something like this because we're in a deep premium. So that's it. It's 11:01. So we went over Asia, okay, framing setups in Asia. Definitely going to be implementing this this upcoming week. Again, I'm not trading, live trading till Wednesday. I'm not even trading Asia session on Monday or Tuesday because Monday's a bank holiday, Tuesday's the day after bank holiday. So I won't be pressing any buttons until Wednesday morning session. All right, and this will be recorded. If you joined in late, I have to hurry up and go get a haircut, so I probably won't have this posted. Or I think YouTube saves them, so it should like automatically be saved. And there you go. Session time setting is just 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock. It's everything on my trading plan. View my trading plan if you want the times that I trade. All right, that's it. I will take more questions, but just ask me later. Can you share with friends? No. Do not share. This is just for paid members. If I catch anybody sharing links, permanent ban from the Discord. I don't charge $1,000 for this. It's $25. Like, if they really wanted to get better and take their education serious, they need to get in here themselves and get some of this. But maybe on YouTube, I'll post a little Asian segment. YouTube, every other week, YouTube, I'll post like a 10-minute snippet from the webinar, but if they want the full hour-length webinar, they got to be in here themselves. You guys are taking your education serious. Same thing with live streams. Don't share the link to live streams. If people are asking you for links to a live stream, they're taking advantage of you. All right. If you're sharing the live streams and the webinar links to your friends, they're taking advantage of you. You're paying for this education. You're paying for these resources. You're taking your education serious, but they're using you to get it for free. Don't let them take advantage of you. All right. I don't charge a lot. It's not expensive. You guys deserve this. This is what you paid for. You're getting what you paid for. If other people want to take their education serious and their trading serious, they'll do the same. All right. But that's it. Have a great weekend. I will update the weekly forecast and all that probably tomorrow. I'll be pretty busy most of the day. I'm going to get a haircut. Then I'm going out with some friends, spending some time away from the charts. We did a lot of live stream, a lot of PM session streams, a lot of AM session streams. I think we live streamed the PM session like twice. So I'm a little burned out on looking at price action, all these annotations and market reviews. So today and tomorrow, I'm going to take some time away from the charts. Probably a little bit of time away from the Discord. Not going to be as active, but we're going to be ready to rock and roll on Tuesday. Tuesday will be our first live stream for the week. I'll also send out that live stream schedule. But hopefully I found this insightful, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Not everybody's willing to come in here on, a Saturday and take this serious. So hats off to y'all for sticking this one out. This one was a little long, but I promise you back test this stuff on your own. Back test the Asian session, back test the Midnight Open, back test Power of 3, and your trading will greatly improve. Love y'all, man. I'll see you guys in the market Tuesday morning at 9:30. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you then. All right, peace.